Je suis né passage de la bonne graine, j'en ai pris de la graine et pour longtemps. Je travaille comme un chien toute la semaine, je vous jure que le patron il est content.
We are here on 180 Avenue Road, here with Louise Cooper, who's the owner of this vintage boutique called Cat's Meow. How are you doing today?
I'm well, yourself?
I'm good. So we just want to get some information on how you got involved with the background of entrepreneurship in retail. First of all, I want to compliment you on the story of some beautiful pieces in-house, but how did you kind of get started with all of this?
Entrepreneur? Well, my father owns his own business, so maybe that has something to do with it. My brother as well. So just sick of people telling me what to do, I guess. So
Sure. Being your own boss is awesome.
yeah, a lot of responsibility, but you get to say what you want to do every day, and that's freedom.
And for just in regards to the store, like just the concept of the store, what made you want to get involved with vintage pieces?
Well, I went to school for fashion, and the history part of it really, really intrigued me. Why people wore what, when, during economic times, or social, rebellion for women. So that's essentially where it started, and then I've always worn a lot of vintage ever since I was a teen in high school, and it just kind of sprouted from there. I worked retail, went to school at Seneca, and got my diploma in retail management, and then worked in retail, and then worked in vintage shops, and just said, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own. So.
Sure. And where did the name the Cat's Meow come from? It's very intriguing.
Oh, it's actually an old saying from the 20s. It means like the best of the best.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the bee's knees. It's that whole flapper girl kind of era. So my brother always says it. It's just one of his sayings that he's coined and taken upon himself to reissue. But I just love it. I thought it worked.
There is something over here that really caught my eye, and this is this mustard. I don't even know what you call that at the bottom, but it's so cute. The V-neck A-line, absolutely stunning. I have a birthday coming up, and New Year's is coming, and the holidays, so we have lots of shopping to do. Any designers from like that time period, or even designers now, that kind of inspire you to have these pieces in store?
What brings in people is the 50s and 60s generally, just that classic cut. Personally, I take a lot of inspiration from older designers, Dior, Chanel. Schiaparelli is one of my ultra faves from the 30s. But other than that, it's what happens now in fashion on the catwalks is really reflective of what sells in the shop too. So McQueen, Balenciaga, that sort of thing, whatever is hot for that period, I have to, like, whether it's a bubble hem or
Kind of keep it in parallel with what's going on now.
colors too, like that beigey kind of mushroom taupe color. I couldn't sell it for my life, but
So hot this year.
it's so funny because I couldn't sell it worth my life. Come a couple of years ago, everyone was like, "Oh, it washes me out," but now everyone's on it.
Trends, like they definitely circulate. Like what's hot in 2006 may be hot again in 2010, which may be hot again in 2012. So you do have vintage. I've seen Prada, Chanel, Louis Vuitton. I even saw some Lanvin over there. What other vintage pieces that people would be really interested in coming in to check out do you have in-house?
Pucci, Missoni, Azzedine Alaïa, the early 90s, Hervé Leger, Lanvin, like you said, Chanel, Balmain, because it's hard to get in Paris, so the older stuff kind of becomes more desirable. Dior, the older Dior, but it's not necessarily a label. It's just overall great craftsmanship, or the look, or the detail, or the color. Oftentimes, a lot of the couture pieces from back then, women would cut the labels out because they wanted to avoid the taxation coming back from Paris at the duties and borders. So I'll get a really great. I know it's Parisian couture, and I could say it's Balmain because I know and think it is, but at the end of the day, that won't sell it. So it's just got to be beautiful.
And where do you pick up and buy a lot of your pieces from? Like, you have so much in-house. I'm just curious to know as to like where kind of, are you allowed to say around the city where you get a lot of your stuff from?
Answer and play it every day. It's so funny. It's $1 million question. A lot of it comes in on consignment. I have a lot of great consigners that collect, and they're out there, and they've either worn them a lot and they're done with them, or they just know what's valuable and they come across it, whether it's family or friends. But also a lot of antique shows, estate sales, that sort of thing. A lot of different venues, really.
Do you wear a lot of your own pieces? Like, do you ever get a chance to kind of, maybe not red carpet in Toronto, but events in the city where you're able to show off how great some of these pieces are in-house?
A lot of the separates, like the everyday cashmere cardigans, that sort of thing, I do gravitate towards.
Great color.
Yeah, it's 70s Marshall Fields cashmere.
Hey, Audrey Hepburn.
Thank you. But dresses, not so much. I'm kind of a homebody. I'm a happy Cinderella, I could say. But whenever I do have an event, I have the whole shop to choose from. Basically.
And sorry to interrupt you. What are some of the pieces that you love in house? Like, do you want to just take us around your color scheme and kind of like, you have beautiful fur and some great accessories. We'd love to just get some on camera. Do you want to just go around the store? Where are some of these from? And they're actually really great price point.
Yeah, they're all mink, recycled fur. You know, a lot of people feel better wearing recycled fur as opposed to new fur because the money doesn't go back into the killing, and it's not a complete waste of a pelt either. But the chubbies they do very well with. Women like them. They can jump in the car and go grab the kids. They keep them warm, and they're not dragging behind them.
Something you can throw on with jeans or even like a long dress. Like, they're so what's the word I'm looking for? Versatile. And then we've got some great pieces up here as well, handbags and accessories. Candace, I know, absolutely love those gloves, and they're Hermes. There you go. And then you've got even a sale section back there. So is there are there reasonable buys?
Prices get marked down until they go, oftentimes rock bottom. So you know that we don't hold anything back. Definitely, we want to move stock. Some things go for $10, $15. So it just depends how long they've been here.
And then you also said you had some newer, like you bring in things that are, I don't want to say current, but just new pieces such as Chanel, Gucci, Prada, you said. Just want to check some of these out. What would something, for example, price point wise, if someone was interested, because you go into a Chanel retail store and you know you're spending a left foot and an arm for it. So
$7.95. Chanel little cognac lambskin purse with the tassel. Prices do vary depending on the style, the color, condition. But overall, Chanel purses, I'm always trying to bring them in because there's a lot of people that want them.
Some great earrings and accessories and just overall some fabulous pieces in-house. Yeah, I saw those. Like, those are great.
I forgot to mention too, I also have a blog. Anything that really fabulous that comes in, I take pictures, measurements, and I post it up on the blog and give a brief description, and then it's first come, first serve.
And what's the blog address?
You just go to thecatsmeowcouture.com and then you click on the blog tag.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Your store is great. There's great pieces in here. Again, guys, it's 180 Avenue Road. Yeah, Avenue Road. So come check it out. Cats Meow. Louise, thank you so much for your time, and hope business is well for you. How long have you been here for? Just one last question.
It'll be 5 years in April.
Congratulations. Thank you for your time. This is Nicole, guys. Cake Exclusive, signing out.